When learning about data science, the most important part is to learn how to explore your data. And the best way to explore your data is to explore it visually. So let's see how we can use Matplotlib to create beautiful line and charts and scatter plots to explore our data. To follow along with these examples, you will need three things. A text editor. I'm going to use VS Code for the tutorials. You may want to use any text editor of your choice. You will need Python installed on your system, and you will also need the library Matplotlib, which you can install using the pip command pip install matplotlib. We have to first import it. So we import it as import plotlib.pyplot as plt. So the pyplot module in the Matplotlib does the work of maintaining an internal state of the charts that we are plotting, and then you can use the function show or save figure to see the graph that we made. So for example, let us say we want to make a simple line graph for the population of a small village. So let's make two arrays, years and a population. So how can we plot this on a graph? So with Matplotlib, it's very easy. The only thing you will need to do is we can directly call the plot function of the pyplot module, which we have imported as plt. So we can call plt.plot years and population. And to see the graph that we have made, we will call the show method. When we run this file, we can see the graph that is being generated. So as we can see, it is super easy to create a simple line chart using Matplotlib in Python, but this does not really look that well. So what we can do to improve it is we can add a title to the graph as well. And maybe we don't like the default blue color that it generated. So the plot function also takes more arguments like the color. Let's say green. And we might also want to define the marker argument. And we can also define a line style. Which let's say is solid for now. And adding a label to our y-axis would also make it a lot more readable. So let's go ahead and do that as well. So we can do that by using the ylabel function method. Let us say population in thousands. So now if we run it again, we can see it looks much better. We have added a title. There is also a label for the y-axis, and the color is green with some markers at the points we have mentioned. So similarly, you can also add a X label saying years. And let us say we also wanted to plot the population of another village on the same graph itself to compare them. Let's say there is another village which has its population decreasing. So we can do that as well very easily. Let's just make a copy of this. Let's call this population 2. So this one, instead of increasing, it will be decreasing. So what we can do is we can just call the plot method again. So as we know, the pyplot module stores the plot that we have already made in its internal state before we call the plt.show function. We can just call the method plot multiple times to plot multiple lines on the same graph. So let us say this as well is years and population 2 this time, and we'll give this a different color. So now if we run it, we can see that we have two populations on the same graph. But also imagine what if we wanted to add a legend to this graph. So like it is easier to understand which line is representing what. So we can do that as well. To do that, we'll use the legend method. So we can pass it a list of the legends. So let's say village 1 and village 2. And also pass the location where we want to show the legend. So let us say lower right. So now if we see, there is also a legend over here saying this is the population for village 1, this is for the village 2. So now as we can see, this graph looks much better. And this is how you make line charts using Matplotlib in Python.